Greetings to all panels. My name is Lee Kong Fa. I am from Polytechnic Kuching, Sarawak. The title of the research that I will be presenting today is Setting Up for Building Foundation by Using Coordinate Method. Introduction. Setting up is one of the important processes in the construction surveying for the construction project, such as tunnels, bridges, roads, buildings, or other structures construction. The most basic task is to set up points and markers that serve for guiding the construction of new structures according to the design. The position of the building foundation on the site is obtained from the architect foundation plan. Once the design of foundation is complete, a foundation plan is prepared for a suitable scale and the scale is dimensioned accordingly. In order to begin teaching the strengths required for a building foundation, the builder must first transfer the lines and measurements indicated on foundation plan to the building site. That is the exact length, width, depth, and position of the foundation trenches must be marked on the ground. This transfer from the plan to the actual site is called setting out. It's probably the most critical step in the entire construction process. Problem statement. Methods used for setting out are generally simple but difficult are often inaccurate. There are no hard and fast rules, but there are a few general factors that must be observed. To choose a suitable technique between calculation the setting out data by AutoCAD software and using the non-bearing and distant data. Objective. To discuss and deliver the technique of setting out position for the building foundation by using coordinate method. To compare the suitable method to use for calculate the setting out data for the construction for the foundation setting out. Method. Survey data. Coordinate for the position and reduce data of every structure must be calculated first from the construction drawing by using the software of AutoCAD. The construction drawing which was not in true orientation must be superimposed with the survey plan before proceed the calculation of the survey data. Construction drawing. Construction drawing is a plan to show the grid line of all positions of the bore piles, footings, and columns. A complete set of construction drawings are usually contains floor plans, elevations, and sections. All the survey data such as coordinate and reduce table will refer to construction drawing. Calculation. The coordinate of the every bore piles, footing, and column are calculated from the AutoCAD software. Before calculate the coordinate of every structure, make sure the construction plan is superimposed with the survey plan. It is to ensure that the construction plan in true orientation and position. Setting up the position of the bore pile. The horizontal control point must be established within or near the design area. This horizontal control will be used to setting up the position of the bore piles using the coordinate method. The position of every pile will show in the construction plan. Mark the cut-off reduce level of bore pile. Before proceed the footing work by the contractor, the finished cut-off level of the bore pile should be marked as the bore pile. The finished cut-off of the bore pile has indicated in the construction plan. The surveyor will calculate and mark the cut-off level based to the construction plan. Temporary benchmark normally will established at the construction site by the surveyor. Setting out the position of the building. After the poles have cut by the contractor, the position of the footing should be surveyed by the surveyor based to the position in the construction drawing. The size, dimension, and depth of the footing has indicated in the construction drawing. Before excavation begins, the position of the footing is marked on the ground. The original corner back can be then removed. The footing line is then marked using line of a spare pen. Marking the reduced level of the footing. Before concreting the footing, reduced level for the top of the footing must be marked by the surveyor. The finished reduced level of the top footing is shown at construction drawing. Setting out the position of the column. The position of the column will be set by surveyor before the concrete work of the footing was done. Normally, the position for every column of the building foundation are aligned by the designing grid line by consultant. Result and discussion. This table shows the result of the coordinate calculation listing for the position of the bore piles by AutoCAD software. The alignment of the position bore piles are based to the grid line shown in the construction drawing. The coordinates of the position bore pile listed in the AutoCAD drawing. By calculation of the bearing and distance from at least 3 ground control points to each design setting up point, this is known as setting up by polar coordinates. The ground control points should be located throughout the site in order that all the design points can be fixed from at least 2 or 3 of them, so that the work can be independently checked. This table shows the result of the setting up calculation for the position of the bore piles by AutoCAD software. The data of the bearing and distance of each bore pile calculate based to the traverse control point. Total 12 bore piles selected from the construction drawing for the setting up calculation. There are bore piles at grid line 10FA, 10FB, 10FC, 10FD, AAFA, AAFB, AAFC, AAFD, AAGA, AAGB, AAGC, and AAGD. The data of the bearing and distance were used to setting up the position of the bore piles at construction site. The bearing and distance of every bore pile are calculated by coordinate method, from coordinate of ground control point to the coordinate of the bore piles. This setting up data that calculated by AutoCAD software will be used to compare with the data calculated by manual calculation. This table shows the result of the setting up calculation for the position of the bore pile by manual calculation. The data for the different F and Y is calculated using the formula of the conventional method. This table shows the comparison of the setting up calculation for the position of the bore pile by AutoCAD software and manual calculation. This table shows the different bearing and distance for the position of the bore piles by AutoCAD software and manual calculation. Based to the comparison in the table, the difference of the bearing is not more than 5 seconds and distance not more than 0.002 meter. From the result of research finding, it is shown that the setting up data is is almost same in comparison with AutoCAD and manual calculation. Conclusion. These articles give a lot of advantage for the multi-story building foundation setting out. It is very important to choose a suitable procedures and techniques in the process of building foundation setting out. Without a suitable guidelines, the construction work may delay and will increase the cost and time of the construction project. If the setting out work has started, further work must be continued without delay. This is to reduce or minimize the cost of setting out. AutoCAD is a most suitable method to use for calculate the setting out data for the foundation setting out if compared with the manual calculation. It is shown that the setting out data is almost same with comparison with AutoCAD and manual calculation, but AutoCAD method can show more easy, fast, and accurate. In conclusion, coordinate method is more widely to use for setting out of building foundation. Thank you.